Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on channel. This is a new devlog video. I'm going to showcase what I've been working on over the past month and a little bit now. I hadn't had a ton of time to do everything I wanted, but I'm pretty proud of what I've accomplished so far. Let's take a look and see what I've done over the last month. My name is Tito Belgrave and I'm a professional freelance character artist in the video game industry. Alright, so let's start at the beginning. So stemming off the project I was doing last month, I guess we can get rid of this now. Let's call the project that I'm working on now Project Element, just for conversational purposes, right? So if I go in here, you'll notice that the first thing I have here is this is called Milanote. Milanote is actually a very good software in replacement to things like Trello and Codex and any kind of project management tool like that. I found that Milanote actually worked better for the way I was thinking and how creative and flexible it was. So let's go through what Project Element is, right? Or better yet, what I would like it to be. First thing I wanted to show you was some of the game influences I had. I had a lot of influences from games, from movies, for things like lighting and stuff. But some of the game influences I had for this particular project it will be kind of like a 2.5D project. You can say like God of War 3, one of my more favorite titles. Demon Souls, another favorite. And even things like Crossing Souls. Some of you probably never heard of Crossing Souls, but it's a very team-based type game. And I put some of the things I liked about it, about these particular games, like Termination Force. It's a multiplayer, it's hub world, monster verticality. Crossing Souls is basically things like team chemistry, the mystery, the exploration, right? That's one of the things I want to do. Exploration ties into things like Demon Souls. And the action from God of War 3, that Hades battle, if some of you remember that battle, that was one of the best battles I've ever played. It's going to be type of like a boss fight game, I guess you can say. A boss fight game with adventure. It drew influences from tons of sources, namely games and movies. So things like lighting mood board here. Again, Oceanhorn 2. I love how beautiful this looks. It's stylized, but still, it's full of life. It's not your dull grays and blues. I think those days are gone now. And so with Milanote here, I have things like outdoor lighting, indoor lighting, just to set the mood, the idea in my head. Even go back to things like the environment, like I was saying, the hub world. This game will have a hub world, and I'll show you that soon in the 3D view in Unity. But it will have a hub world with different rooms that the player can interact with. Okay, so going back here, I organize my ideas as best as I can using boards like the concept art board. My brother is helping out with concept arts that I'll be referencing from. I probably won't hit every single detail that he has here, but I'm going to have a blast modeling characters like this. Okay, so let's get into the actual game itself, or what I have as a game right now. This is the actual hub world. This is where the player will be in between missions. There's different rooms here. One of the first things I had to figure out was the camera system, because the camera won't be controlled by the player. So I had to figure out a way that it can be still accessible and usable like in God of War, but control the camera in a way that it wouldn't inhibit the player's vision or movement and such like that. Don't mind those green balls. We'll explain that in a later video. But one of the things I wanted to figure out was how to get around a hub world and not use the camera. So I came up with the idea. This idea was from 9 Monkeys of Shaolin, to have a rotunda type animation system where the player is always centered and you're not inhibited by the camera in any way. Like if you get close enough, it won't, you can't go to the camera. If you get too far away, it will shift. The camera will shift. All thanks to Game Creator. This was really easy to implement. I even have some players here that track you as you move around, and then you can go and talk to them. That will take to another camera. This here is the combat room that we had from before. So once you go in the combat room, you get into more of a combat ready stance. And when you come back out, you're supposed to be back into your idle stance, but of course it doesn't want to work at this moment. But here in the crew room, this is going to be the team room where we're going to have the team members. I'm going to have an idea of putting some screens up here, and this is where we kind of commune and find out what's next and where to go next in the adventure. And over here is the library. I'm going to have quite a few interesting things over here in the library. I'm not going to show it exactly yet. We're going to wait until it's pretty ready before I show that area. Here is the crystal room. The crystal room is where you're going to go in. This is where you're going to prep for the actual mission. And as you see the crystal here from before, you can go up there and do your thing and go to the next level. So when it comes to the tools I'll be using for this particular project range from ZBrush to Maya to Photoshop to some extent. I might be changing over Photoshop, and a ton of assets from the Unity store, especially the ones from the Unity sale that just happened, the Cyber Week sale. From Magical Cloth, which I'm really looking forward to using, Rainfire Destruction plugin. This is actually really cool. I can't wait to get this more involved in the environmental destruction. And all the other modules from Game Creator. I'll be using a lot of these assets, pretty much all of them that are listed here. Things like the Lordenfell Castle and Dungeons RPG pack. I'm not an environmental artist, I'm a card artist, but having access to things like this will be a boon, and it will help me get my ideas across a lot quicker. So one of the things I want to do with these devlogs is to keep them short. I have a lot to do, you have a lot to do. We don't all have a time to sit and watch a super long devlog, but if this is one that's interesting to you and you would like to follow from beginning, this is the very beginning of it, all the way to potential release, do hit the like, subscribe button. It means a lot, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.